You're watching this Forex Preview here at XM.com. We'll be having a closer look at the Bank of England policy meeting and, of course, the outlook for the pound. I'm Cristina Marujos. Joining me today is Senior Investment Analyst Rafi Boyadjian. The Bank of England meets on Thursday, Rafi. Investors are anxious to see whether the bank will take a stance to the rise in yields we've been seeing lately. The Fed considers this rise a natural reaction, and it appears that the Bank of England shares the sentiment. So what actions, if any, are we likely to see?
Well, Christina, we're not expecting any changes in policy at Thursday's meeting. This is, of course, a meeting where we don't have any new economic forecasts and there's not going to be a press conference. And so usually these meetings, we don't see much in the bank's statement, although investors will be keeping a close eye on possible tweaks to the language as regards the outlook. So like the US, the UK is leading the vaccination race. And so investors are expecting lockdowns to end in the coming weeks, and so the outlook for the second half of the year is pretty upbeat at the moment. And recent remarks from policymakers have been fairly positive, although some policymakers are concerned about the risks to inflation. Overall, as you said, like the Fed, the Bank of England isn't really too concerned at the moment to this surge in government bond yields. And of course, we did also have the recent budget from the UK Chancellor where he extended most of the support to businesses and particularly the furlough scheme. So the Bank of England is pleased about that, but we might see some mention of volatility to the bond markets, which will for sure attract a lot of attention in the markets. But apart from that, the real changes will probably come at the next meeting in May.
And now turning to the pound, it has come under fresh pressure earlier this week due to renewed Brexit tensions. However, is this likely to dampen the overall positive outlook the pound has gained on the back of the vaccine optimism?
So Brexit tensions, they have been weighing on the pound somewhat in recent days, but overall investors aren't really too concerned just yet about these problems in this trade deal, which, this is actually a serious risk. Things could escalate in the coming months. For now, they're not being taken too seriously by FX traders. So much of the focus is really on the vaccination campaign and what's happening in the bond markets. So if UK yields continue to rise, that will definitely support the pound against the euro and the yen and a few other majors as well. Against the dollar, because treasury yields are also rising just as fast as UK gilt yields, cable is actually being pressured at the moment. So we might not see a huge change in pound dollar. The pair could actually continue consolidating for the time being. Of course, much of what happens to that pair will depend on what the Fed decides and whether the Fed decides to act against this surge in yields. But overall, the outlook for the pound is positive, and the Bank of England will probably underscore that upbeat outlook.
Rafi, thank you for joining me today. And thank you for watching this Forex Preview on the Bank of England policy meeting here at XM.com.